On a cold February evening in 2004, 21-year-old nursing student Maura Murray vanished on a lonely stretch of Highway 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire. Her car was found crashed into a snowbank. The headlights were still on, the engine still warm. Inside were her belongings, neatly packed, as though she had planned a trip. But Maura herself was gone. Maura was bright, athletic, and ambitious. She studied nursing at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, worked part-time, and was close to her family. But in the days leading up to her disappearance, something seemed to weigh heavily on her. She had a small accident in her father's car, borrowed money from him, and sent an email to professors saying she'd be gone for a week due to a family emergency. There was no such emergency. On February 9th, she packed her car with clothes, textbooks, and snacks, then began driving north. She didn't tell anyone where she was going. That evening, at around 7:30 p.m., residents along Route 112 heard a crash. When they looked outside, they saw a black Saturn sedan lodged in a snowbank. One man stopped to check on her. Maura appeared unhurt but shaken. She told him she'd called for help, though phone records later showed no call had been made. Minutes later, a school bus driver offered assistance. She declined, insisting she was fine. When police arrived just minutes after that encounter, Maura had vanished. Her car was locked, the airbags deployed, and her personal items still inside. There were no footprints leading away in the snow and no sign of a struggle. She had simply disappeared into the freezing night. Search teams combed the woods, rivers, and back roads for days. Bloodhounds followed her scent briefly up the road, then lost it. No trace of Maura has ever been found. Not a piece of clothing, not a single confirmed sighting. The mystery deepened when her internet searches revealed directions to mountain areas in Vermont and New Hampshire. Some believe she planned to start a new life, escaping personal stress. Others suspect she accepted a ride from someone she trusted, or someone who offered help and meant harm. There's even speculation she succumbed to the harsh elements that night and her body was never found. Yet none of these theories fully explain why she left in the first place. Over the years, Maura's disappearance became one of the most analyzed cold cases online. Forums, podcasts, and documentaries have dissected every detail, every map, every sighting, every possible motive. But all paths lead back to the same lonely stretch of road, where her car sat idling in the cold. 2 decades later, the questions remain. Why did Maura leave school so suddenly? Where was she going? And what happened to her after that crash? Her story endures because it sits at the crossroads of logic and mystery. A young woman driving into the unknown, vanishing between one heartbeat and the next, leaving behind a trail of silence that has never been broken.